Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is very sad. Take a look at this right here. How Europe reduced its natural gas consumption. Now, on its face, it may sound really good that the entirety of Europe has really reduced its natural gas consumption over the last year or so. And if you take a look at this map here, look at all of the darker green areas, which sounds really great. 20 to 29% reduction in the real dark green areas, 40 to 50% reduction in the use of natural gas. I mean, that sounds really good. Unfortunately, it's not. So today I'm going to be talking to you about why this is not a good thing and about what the repercussions of this is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here it says, to address the reductions in Russian gas supplies since the start of the war, European Union countries had set a goal of reducing their natural gas consumption by 15% between August of 22 and March of 23 compared to the average of the past 5 years. And again, anything that can make something more efficient, that is great. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's sanctions. Sanctions do not work. Does anyone out there really think that Europe reduced its consumption of natural gas because they wanted to? Talk to all of those companies, for example, aluminum smeltering companies that had to shut down. Talk to all of the large corporations that actually manufacture things that people need. Talk to the farmers that are paying extravagant prices for fertilizer and may soon not be able to plant nearly as much in order to be able to feed the European people. Talk to them and ask them if this is a good thing. And let me show you why I know that this is not a good thing and why I think that their use of natural gas has been reduced so greatly. During yesterday's live stream, someone mentioned something about the meters, the electric meters, and what's going on with them. And I was like, I haven't heard anything about it. So I did a little digging and I found this article here. How do prepayment energy meters work? And what is being done to stop people from being cut off? This is how they're reducing their consumption of natural gas. Corporations going out of business, businesses having to close their shop, mom and pop shops having to close shop because they can't afford the electricity bill that is produced with natural gas. That is why their consumption is down. And whenever energy consumption in any kind of an economy goes down, it means because the economic output goes down as well, which is not good for the people. So while some may be championing the fact that the energy consumption, i.e. natural gas consumption in all of Europe has drastically gone down, is it really good for you? Let me ask you, my brothers and sisters from across the pond, has last year been better for you than years past when you could use gas at will and be able to afford to pay it? I'm going to go ahead and guess that it hasn't been, but go ahead and leave it in the comments if you have anything to say about that. And this is the very saddest part. A new report by Citizens Advice found that an estimated 3.2 million people across Britain ran out of credit on their prepayment meter last year, meaning one person every 10 seconds was quite literally left in the dark. So it is at your expense, ladies and gentlemen. These sanctions that are going on, you may be able to find a new normal, but a new normal for a lot of people, 3.2 million people, is that they cannot afford the prices that are being charged for gas, for energy, etc. Therefore, having to live in the dark, as they say here. It says that based on figures from the UK energy regulator, the charity estimated that 600,000 people were forced onto a prepayment meter because they couldn't afford their energy bills. So people can't afford their energy bills because of the policies that are set forth by their government. And now, before they can get energy in their home, they have to prepay to the company that's giving them their energy. Now, I believe that a company that is providing a service should be paid for that service. However, when the government gets involved in something, ladies and gentlemen, as you've often seen them do, it usually ends up in failure. And this is what's happening here in Europe. Eventually, it will happen in the United States as well if we continue to go down the same road that we've been going through for the last, I don't know, several decades or so maybe. Right? Citizens Advice said it feared that a further 160,000 people could be switched by the end of this winter if no further action is taken amid the ongoing cost of living crisis. So this cost of living crisis, do you believe personally that it could have been averted by the actions that were taken on our behalf? Do you believe that if we would have just minded our own damn business, that maybe people wouldn't have to be living in the dark? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I feel terrible. I feel terrible for a person to know that they don't have money in this card in order to be able to get electricity. For a person to know that once they shut off the electricity, that it's not coming back up because they're not going to be able to pay it. And let me talk to you about why I believe that this is going to be commonplace throughout. Prepaying of things. I believe, and this is all my assumption and what I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we at least as a nation here in the United States, we are being, or they are trying to dehumanize us. Take a look at all of the kiosks that are going up in restaurants. Some restaurants, you don't even need a server anymore. You just order your food with a kiosk and then someone brings it to you. Or you order your food at a McDonald's with a kiosk and then you just go up and you get your food. There is no human interaction anymore. If you go to Walmart, there's almost no lanes that are available which have a human person actually checking you out. But now the lanes for self-checkout are more abundant than those that have a human being in them. The local Lowe's that I go to here in Fairbanks, Alaska, same thing there. They're adding more and more self-checkout lanes and having less and less people man the cash registers. That is a way of dehumanizing us, meaning taking away that human interaction that we have with each other. And the reason that I believe that they're doing this slowly but surely is this. Eventually, we will have a CBDC. I hope, I pray that I am 100% wrong about this CBDC that's coming, a centrally banked digital currency. But when we have a CBDC and stores, let's say you go to Costco and it's full, everything is a checkout yourself station. There's no more humans, right? And that's happening at Costco too, at least the one that I go to. There's a whole bunch of checkout stations now that they have, right? And people are using it. People should not use those checkout stations. Right? They should refuse to use them and leave them empty and wait in line, right? Stand your ground, wait in line, right? One day when we have a CBDC, you're going to go into a store, all right? This is what I see. You're going to go into a store and you're going to grab a cart, right? And then when you go through the store, that cart is going to have some kind of a sensor on it that every time that you put an item inside of that cart, that it's going to automatically tally up your receipt. If you take an item out, it will take it off, right? It's going to be all electronic. And then when you go to check out to pay, it's going to charge your CBDC. It's going to charge your wallet on your phone. And if that wallet doesn't have enough money on it, you're not going to get whatever you're not going to get. You're only going to get whatever you can afford. Well, can you see a day or a time where a mother with a child has to go to a store to buy some milk or buy some formula or buy some diapers that has no credits left in their CBDC? Who are they going to look at? Who are they going to talk to that's going to have pity and compassion and empathy upon them to try to get them some credits? There's going to be no one there to talk to. The only thing that you're going to see there, in my opinion, as far as someone that you can talk to in the far future, this is not in the near future, but later on, is going to be a robot who's a guard who's going to stop you if you walk out that door or try to walk out that door without something that you've paid for. So the human interaction is being taken away little by little, and it is in the name of progress. Look at this. We're doing so great. We're making it a lot easier for you to live because now you don't have to do these mundane jobs. Well, guess what? There's always going to be people that are qualified to do those mundane jobs. And I'm not being critical here. It's just the truth. There are people that are very happy stocking shelves. There are people that are very happy standing at a cash register and checking people out. There are people that are very happy doing that and that are qualified to do that and maybe not qualified to do something else. Where are those people going to work? And like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive towards anyone, but that's just the truth, ladies and gentlemen. They're dehumanizing us, and eventually you'll have no one to talk to go ahead and address any grievances that you may have. It'll be what it is. You either have the money or you don't. Just like this right here. Here, you either have the money or your lights get turned off. And who do you talk to? You just go to your apartment, to your dark apartment, and you deal with it. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last video of today. Unless like a meteor is coming towards Earth and I hear about it, this will be the last video for today. I want to thank you all very much for all of your support. Let me just take a minute here and just chat with you. I want to thank every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of your support. And I'll tell you what, man, I just love our live streams. So I hope that you're joining in on our live stream because it's such a good time. Right? It really is. So I really do appreciate every one of you that participate in our live stream. And I also appreciate every single one of you that come on and spend a few minutes here every day visiting with me. Because right now I'm not talking to a camera. I'm talking with you. Right? That's how I see it. When I look into the camera that I'm looking into right now, I'm talking with you and not at you. Right? That's why I'm so long-winded. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope that you have a great day. I want to thank you very much again for all of your support. God bless every one of you. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.